this position the other day, you know, the shield position, okay? Now, we are going to bypass the shield position today and go ahead and start in the dogfight position. The dogfight position is when I've already sat up on my elbow, and I have the underhook, and I'm in this position. Kind of center yourself a little bit. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the wizard. The wizard is when Mike starts coming underneath to get this arm nice and deep. And I've got to deal with this wizard because if he brings his hand to my head, he can start setting up chokes and things like that. Not to mention, though, this wizard could actually be a friend of mine. It's going to minimize what I can do, but at the same time, it can be a friend of mine because if he's got that deep wizard and I trap it, I can sweep him very easy. So now, number one, as soon as someone brings that wizard in, I tighten my elbow tight. Now, if he starts going deeper and the elbow doesn't do anything, keep your weight down. I grab his wrist. My elbow's tight and I grab the wrist. I still basically have a modified underhook. But if I don't grab that wrist, he's going to start setting up some chokes and some other things, right? I'm on my right elbow. I could also have this wrist right here just so he doesn't, use it to get that wizard even deeper. Now, if he has this wizard and I have this wrist trap, I have an easy sweep, guys. All in one motion. All I'm going to do is swing to my right hip, and he's going to fall over. Here. Boom. And I'm going to fall right out into side control. Because when come into the bottom here. When I shoot a heavy wizard, and he's able to come underneath and grab my wrist, and and tighten that elbow. Yes. Now, and he's controlling my wrist here. Right now, I have no base, I have no posture. The other key to it is how he's controlling my legs. Right now, he's at my knee, but if he gets a little higher than my knee, there you go. Right now, I have no posture. So, with that wizard of mine that I decided to go for, now that it's under control, the slightest of movement is going to roll me to the side. Now, guys, relax. This underhook is all good. That wizard is to neutralize that underhook, maybe to start setting up chokes and other attacks. So when someone starts hunting underneath your wizard or underneath your half guard with this wizard, you cannot let that go unchecked. That's like someone having two arms around your neck getting ready to choke you. You need to check that wizard immediately with the tightening of the elbow. But then if he's got long arms, sometimes fight guys that got to reach like no other. And they don't have to be deep. They just got long arms. They're going to choke you. Then you need to grab the wrist. So again, we're in the dogfight position, half guard with the underhook. I'm controlling the wrist and I'm here. Partner, you go and grab the wizard. I tighten the elbow, but he's still getting deeper. So look at, the underhook arm comes through and I C-clamp the wrist. You see how I'm grabbing? I'm just grabbing his wrist with my left hand. Elbow tight. As soon as I get that, I'm swinging my hips here. And I'm coming right on top. This is one of those sweeps that you just go for it right away. If you get it, great. But you don't trap that wizard and wait 10 seconds. If you trap that wizard and grab the wrist, you go for it right away. And the movement is here. Here, I have the underhook. He starts wizarding me. I'm controlling his wrist with the right hand. I come through, underhook, I come through and grab his wrist. Now, in order for me to sweep him, guys, I'm going to get low underneath him by turning deep to my hip and then rolling him over. Be careful because you have his arm trap that, you can kind of smash his shoulder. So you want to be smoothly about it. Notice when I did it to Mike, I landed on him kind of softly because I was controlling his shoulder. It could easily turn into a shoulder lock accidentally and hurt your partner. So real easy first sweep of the day. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Raise your hand.